Hello friends. We all know about Elon Musk. Elon Musk is a pretty famous figure in the whole world. He is the mastermind for Tesla, Starlink, SpaceX, Neuralink, Boring Company, and whatnot. And many other significant projects he is taking care of. But these are pretty common and widely known projects. And we also know he is one of the richest person in the whole world. In the past many videos we saw about technical analysis. You may think like why we are talking about Elon Musk. What way Elon Musk is related to technical analysis. So I just thought of taking a break, just giving some interesting business ideas across the world, interesting business information across the world. So thought of sharing some interesting business crunches. So what are we going to see in this video? All about Elon Musk, SpaceX, and particularly Starlink. What is the significance of Starlink? What is the actual purpose of Starlink? And what is the hidden agenda for them? And what are the constellation of Starlink? We are all going to see about Starlink. So why are we waiting? Sit back, focus, and let's continue. Elon Musk will be the greatest of the world. The world will come to his control. How? The answer to the question is Starlink project. For the past 60 years, many countries launched satellites to Earth's orbit. Approximately 9,000 satellites were launched. Out of that, 2,000 satellites are still functional. But as of now, Starlink or Elon Musk launched 5,601 satellites. This is the real-time positioning of the satellites in Earth's orbit. Each red dot is a satellite. So all this put together 5,600 satellites. For example, this is Starlink 2182, this is Starlink 554641, etc. Even you can use this website www.starlinkmap.org where you can see all the real-time positioning of those satellites. Starlink so far launched 5,601 satellites which is orbiting the Earth's surface. However, he's planning to launch even 12,000 satellites. There is discussion going on to launch 30,000 to 40,000 satellites. When you see here, you can see all the information about the satellites. 376 satellites have been deorbited to incinerate or on re-entry. 5,977 satellites have been launched by SpaceX to date. Over the last 365 days, Starlink launches every 6.19 days on average. Every 6.19 days, a Starlink satellite is launched. What is the purpose of this Starlink project? Basically, the say or what Elon Musk say is to give uninterrupted internet connection to even the remote corner of the world. Even people in the remote areas, people are in less dense populated areas can get access to this broadband network. No other satellite internet providers come close to Starlink's scale or coverage. Unable to match the cost and scale at SpaceX can deliver their own satellites to orbit. These are other competitors. Globestar is having 89 satellites. Iridium is having 859 satellites. Amazon is having 2 satellites. ChinaSat is having 33 satellites. But Elon Musk is having 5,601 orbiting satellites. The purpose of these satellites and Starlink project is to provide good internet service. How these internet services are provided through this satellite? They'll give a dish or satellite laser receiving device. These satellites communicate through laser and they'll give a device we can install on top of our home or where we have access to the open sky without any interruptions. We can install those devices and they may charge approximately $120 per month for this internet service. Going forward, this price may come down, but currently in US, the price for Starlink internet service is approximately $120. As Elon Musk mentioned, this is for internet service and there are many other internet service providers. Why should we rely on Starlink? Because due to pandemic, there are multiple work from home opportunities and kids are learning online. Many kids are learning online and going forward, this will grow exponential. And our current internet infrastructure rely on mobile towers and optical fibers. This service may not available for remote areas. However, this satellite-based internet service can be provided to any part of the world, even to the remote villages as well. That's what Elon Musk says. This, if he launches 12,000 satellite, he's promising that the internet speed will be 43% faster than the current optical fiber based internet and the latency will come down drastically. As I mentioned, these satellites transmit information through laser even across satellites and even to the down ground dishes installed on each home, right? He is even saying that these satellites are programmable. The position of the satellites can be moved from one place to another with easy, simple programming. And if a satellite is not functional and these satellites are located in low Earth orbit, so he can easily bring it back to Earth. So no space debris will cause because of this huge number of satellites. There are concerns that these satellites there are few individuals have concerned that more number of these satellites, thousands of these satellites will cause a debris in the space. He got a reply for that. And these satellites are not only used for internet purpose. There is Starlink project and there is Space Shield project, which is used for surveillance and intelligent gathering purpose, which is causing intimidation for many of the world countries, including China and others. Even with this Starlink and Star Shield project, even an object that is 8 meters in radius can be tracked upon. So which tells that this project can be used for surveillance and intelligent purpose as well. As this is intimidating for China and other countries, even they created a Starlink radar. With that radar, if they identify if it is a threat for them, they can zap it out. So that's a little threat, geopolitical threat. Will be a limitation or a threat for Starlink, but even one single Starlink satellite can work independently. They are interconnected, however, they can work independently as well, decentralized fashion. So that is the power of Starlink. This is one of the promising business right now. This is a privately held business. It's not public. We cannot trade SpaceX or Starlink. However, most promising business we need to continuously monitor and observe. Thank you, friends. Thanks for your time. Please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you for sticking till end of this video. See you in another interesting business crunch next week.